Hey gang, out with my son, and we're just out bumming around today. He found something on the Google Earth, an old logging camp from, when was that? Like the late 1800s or early 1900s?
I believe late 1800s.
So he found it on the Google Earth, so we decided to drive out and see if we could find it. And I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Hold on. So here was one of the structures, and it was a huge logging camp they had back here, covered something like 80 acres or something like that. It was a huge area that this logging camp had covered, and this is just one of the buildings. But you can see, I mean, it is fully grown in back in here. But we're going to take a little ride back down this road and see if we can spot any other structures. Oh, there's a concrete base for another structure right there.
That would be it.
And then, well, does that go back a little ways?
Yeah, that's just going to take us into nowhere. The camp was, so the way they had the camp set up was there's a building. This would have been the last building, then you would have gone that way to get into where they were clear cutting.
Okay.
Back in the day, if you look at the maps.
Okay, so so that building was the end. Then that road goes back to where they were cutting. And then the rest of the camp would have went in
this way,
this direction. So
there would have been, oh, if you look at the old picture, I think like 4 or 5 buildings going this way. Okay. And it would have circled around with why there was a road.
So how many acres did it cover? I said 100 acres. There's no way it was 100 acres. 80 acres.
That's a good question.
I don't even know, because it looked huge when we looked at the pictures of the old camp.
It was huge. But yeah, this would have gone way that way,
right?
And then circled back around, and then they had another spot that was open. We'll find the photos for and put it on the screen for your watchers if they want to.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll have to get them photos and put them up. All right. So this is one of the big concrete pads that would have had a building for the old logging company. And it's fairly good size, but what's interesting here, guys, is we were noticing over here.
Right here is concrete and it just goes straight in this line. The moss has overgrown it, but you can see just a little bit.
You getting down to some concrete there?
Oh, what?
You can see.
Right here.
Yep, there's concrete. Okay.
Concrete.
So right down that line. So then, guys, there's these blocks. You can see that block over there. And there's a whole bunch of them. There's like 10 of them that go that direction. Probably for 100 feet or so. And then you can see there's like a runner. You can see it better on this one. You can see in the ground there's runner. And underneath this moss, there's concrete. So this structure over here went way, and I'm talking, it goes back in here quite a ways, because there's 1 block, 2 block. Here's a bigger pad. There's another block there. There's a block there, block there, block there. It just keeps going. You can see in there's a block right there. There's another block right there. So you can see, whoops, you can see here, block, block. Some more blocks that way. So this structure was huge, whatever it was, and we're gonna get pictures that we found, or that my son found, and we'll put some pictures up, and maybe we can identify what this structure was, what all these blocks went to. And then was this concrete pad here, was it all part of that structure that goes way in that direction? All right. Oh, guys, you gotta see this here. I don't know if you can see this on camera or not, but there's all kinds of fur. And this is only a few miles from where I know that there's wolves, so that could potentially been a wolf kill on some deer. Oh, there's a little buck rub right there from last fall. Well, it gets thick, doesn't it?
Would have gone.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to find any more remnants of structures or not. Because there were a pile full of structures, wasn't there?
Yeah. Yes, there was.
Well, there's a little clearing right here. I wonder if there could have been a... Let's go look at that. See this little clearing right here? Maybe there's a concrete pad over here. And it looks like there's an opening over here too. See a potential opening there. So maybe them are... Pretty hard to cipher out, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh, you got things been a long time ago.
Oh, probably. Oh.
That's a tree.
That's a tree, okay. What's this? It almost looks like there's... I don't know. Pretty hard to tell. Yeah, everything is so overgrown here. It's so hard to tell where the other structures would have been. Like where you're at, it's a flat spot right there.
Yeah, if you look, the divot's right there, and then divot's over here. This may have been.
That could have been a structure too. Because it does make sense, especially the way the trees are kind of growing on the outside, except you got that one pine tree in the middle. But that's all a flatter surface with hardly any growth. So, yeah, it could be
It was like building to building to
It's
building.
just not as flat as this one is though. That spot right there is.
Nice gear trail on it too. You're walking on.
Yeah, that had to be a truck. Oh, here's right where you're standing right there.
But that wouldn't make sense. There's the road. The road would have been wider out.
But look, you got a ditch.
Ditch on two
Side
sides.
side.
Ditch on that side. Ditch on that side. This may have been where
I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Pretty hard to make out on the camera. You can see that ditch line pretty good. And you can see it's a flat spot, but not a lot of growth on it. So maybe.
Daddy.
An old coach. Ay, somebody just leaving trash out. That's always nice to see. People just leaving garbage in the woods. A little frustrating. Alright guys. So we found another little spot where we could get back in to the logging camp area. We walked through the woods over that way. There's a old logging road or something like that would get us back here. But this is a big open field here. We're not seeing any remnants of buildings or anything.
That could be garbage or...
Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, we were probably 100 yards or so through the woods that way where the mother buildings are. Let's go take a walk. Ooh, let me tell you guys, that wind is a little chilly today. A little on the cool side over here. Oh, is that something of a structure?
Got the markings of it. Structure. Those rocks are kind of glued together like that. Not glued, but...
Oh yeah.
There could have been a building right here.
There's something. Oh yeah, I'm flipping that stuff way over here. So I don't know.
Here comes that one. Looks like right here.
I thought looking at the Google map the river was right by. Oh, right through the woods right here I can see the river.
Yeah, it wasn't far at all.
Oh, you can see the water through there, guys.
It was not far at all. Oh yeah, look at that. Right back when this place used to be busy, this is probably a spot where the loggers probably come hang out. Look at that, there's the fall.
Oh, is there?
That one's still right there.
Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. There's a skull, guys.
What do you think, beaver? I think beaver.
Yeah, probably.
Beaver or muskrat, one of the two. I bet you have some good fishing right here. I'll put money on it.
That's a pretty spot right here. Very nice. Pretty cool. Right? These are some big cedar trees.
Yeah, you can hear them when the wind's blowing. If you listen, you can hear it knock, clunk, clunk, clunk.
It's rubbing right there. Couple spots. It's the cedar tree is rubbing on that pine tree. Probably makes a ton of noise when it's real windy out.
It was a massive one, but it was, for a time, I'd say it was a massive one, eh?
Yeah, look at the photos. It was pretty big.
It had its own infirmary and all that.
Oh, there's a buck drum right there from last fall. Yeah, we gotta go over. I knew where we were. I was just walking a perimeter just to see what we could see.
Some deer shit right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I came from back there where we're parked. Yeah, looped around in the woods that way. Ooh, we're getting some snow. We're getting some snow, gang. Alright, gang. So there we are. Out adventuring. Finding an old logging camp from the late 1800s, maybe early 1900s. Kind of a fun little adventure. Reason to get out in the woods. Go exploring. So, alright guys, I appreciate you coming along with us on this adventure. Remember, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel.